So going to talk about a quick recap of Neil Young in Vancouver last night on Remembrance Day 2012. I've been waiting a long time to see Neil Young in Crazy Horse. I was super pumped about this show. He had a bunch of stage hands, not as cool as the Jawas for Rust Never Sleeps, but still pretty cool, like some monster guys in some white uniforms adjusting stuff, tuning guitars. Then they had a construction crew kind of set up the giant mic. It was good stuff. I mean, good theater. Not many bands invest that. It keeps you entertained while they're setting up the stage. It was a classic Crazy Horse stage set up with the giant mic, the giant Fender stuff. It was really cool, just like the album cover of Rust. And Neil was clad in plaid, of course, godfather of grunge as he is. I couldn't not wear plaid to this show, and apparently Neil couldn't either, and a fuckload of other people. So Neil and the band, Crazy Horse, take the stage. O Canada is played, not by the band, just over the PA, big Canadian flag in the background. That drops down and they go into the standard opener, it seems, for the tour, Love and Only Love, which was decent, good jamming, improvisation, and then right into Powderfinger, which was awesome, good crowd response. At this point, when the next song started, Born in Ontario, that was my pee break song because I knew it was only 3 or 4 minutes long. It's the thing with Neil shows, if you say, okay, we'll go after this song, you could be going to the bathroom 20 minutes later, so you got to time it properly. I don't really like Ontario. Ontario gets my provincial pride twisted. BC. But Born in Ontario I do not like. Get back to our seats for Walk Like a Giant, which for me was the highlight of the show. Walk Like a Giant is a new song off Psychedelic Pill. It's long, I'm not sure the exact time, but this was an extended version. Really awesome, really good lyrics, cool, jamming. They'd always come back to this whistling part. Really cool. Then we went into Acoustic Neil, just him on stage with harmonica. Actually, they did like a rain chant. If you guys have watched the Woodstock movie a ton of times, the rain chant part and some vocal samples from the Woodstock DVD movie for leading up to Needle in the Damage Done.
I sing this song because I love the man. I know that some of you don't understand.
Good crowd response, obviously. Then into Twisted Road, another new track off Psychedelic Pill, which talks about the first time he's seen Bob Dylan or heard Bob Dylan, talks about listening to the Grateful Dead in a van, talks about seeing Roy Orbison and letting the good times roll. Instant Neil Young classic, this song, Twisted Road. Really great, feel-good track. So the next song after Twisted Road was Singer Without a Song, which is a song I'm not familiar with. Neil at the piano singing this tune, and a girl comes out, like she's an actress, and it becomes sort of theater, and Neil's singing about this girl without a song. She's lost, she's walking around the stage with some luggage. It was a kind of a weird moment in the show, and there were more weird moments to follow, as you'll hear, in my opinion anyway. This led into Ramada Inn, which is the epic long ass track off Psychedelic Pill. And this was definitely an extended version, a little too long in my opinion. A lot of it was just fuzz too near the end. That went into Cinnamon Girl, which got the most crowd response of the evening. Great version. Cinnamon Girl led into Fucking Up. This is where it got a little crazy. Fucking Up, I've seen Pearl Jam many times play this song, so I was really glad that I got to see Neil do this. It lived up to it. It was fantastic. I was in a section right by the stage, 4th row, and these seats that I was in were expensive, so they were all older people, older Neil fans, and couple of them, Neil and the boys, were having fun, saying that each other's fucked up, going in tune with the song, and then he started pointing at the crowd, and Neil really ran with the whole fucking up thing. It was easily the most I've ever heard a lead singer say the word fuck at a concert, and Neil probably broke the record in 3 minutes. I mean, it was a tirade of fuck, and for older people, they just weren't having it. And this pissed off a couple of crotchety old people in my section. They got their coats and got out of there. They were offended. And then Fucking Up devolved into this super strange, weird, dark place they went in this jam. They had Neil repeating, I know it's wrong, I know it's wrong, over and over, I know it's wrong, with the other guy at backup vocals saying, but it feels good, in this creepy sort of whisper, and the beat was like slow, demonic. It was a strange moment. It got weird. If you had told me I'd be listening to that sort of music at a Neil show, I would have laughed at you, but it got weird and crazy. There was a weird vibe in there, and Neil even mentioned something after the song ended about it. He said, well, that didn't get sad, or something like that. I'm gonna have to look it up. Very cool. Mr. Soul was the next song after Fucking Up. That was everything you wanted it to be. Mr. Soul was epic. Nice, colorful, psychedelic backdrop. Great Buffalo Springfield song, and that sort of faded out until you heard Neil do a little intro of the huge riff of Hey Hey My kick in. That was great, and that ended the show, and Neil said pretty much one of the only things he said into the mic, addressing the crowd, was Crazy Horse at the end, like, give it up for them. And then the encore was pretty straightforward. Roll another number into Happy Birthday to Neil, because he had just turned 67 on the East Coast. And the whole crowd sang Happy Birthday. You can't knock Neil for dialing shows in. I mean, this genuine improvisation, genuine camaraderie and love for each other on stage, bumping into each other. He's still pushing the envelope at 67 years old of his genre. It's pretty incredible. So all in all, the evening was an incredible thing to behold Neil in full swing with the horse. At times it was avant-garde, experimental rock. It was incredible, not what I expected, but even more. The 3 guys in front of the stage just hitting that one chord over and over was just nuts. You know what I'm talking about if you were there. Thank you very much for watching, and pick up Psychedelic Pill. It's a good one. Hopefully you got it at the show like I did at the last minute there. Okay, bye-bye.